internet really isn't. Today I wanna talk about cancel culture. Not to defend anyone and not to attack anyone, just to talk about what happens after everyone stops watching. I'm a small YouTuber, and honestly, that's kind of a good thing. Because when you're big, you have sponsors, managers, expectations. When you're small, you can just talk freely. So, if this video reaches 10 people or 10,000, I just want it to be real and honest. For most of all, honest, because nowadays most things are not that honest. Come on, let's talk about it seriously. I don't know if you guys noticed, but every cancel starts pretty, pretty, pretty much the same way. A clip, a screenshot, a tweet taken out of time, and instantly everyone has an opinion. No one says, I don't know yet, because online no knowing yet. It's like, looks like supporting the wrong side. So, people react fast. Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate talking while gaming, and it's not really my good thing without making everything chaotic, because this is serious. When I said people react fast, I mean that fast, really fast, faster than thinking and faster than context. You've pretty much seen it like YouTubers, pretty big YouTubers like Logan Paul, James Charles, PewDiePie, all kind of big YouTubers. And I'm not here to say what they did wrong or right. What they did was right or wrong. I'm not in a position because I'm not that much informed and because it's only in the past. But I mean to say that the internet reacts the same way every time. Anger first, questions later, and then silence. I know that you must have heard that most conversation about cancels happen in the first 48 hours. And then, what happens? Nothing. Because in the first 48 hours, it's when emotions are high. That's when opinions are loud. But weeks later, almost nobody talks about it anymore. Because? Why? Because the distance changes everything. And that's not really a good thing to do, you know. That's because what happens after the cancel? Why am I making after the cancel? Nobody thinks how that YouTuber is holding up, and so you could just think that it's cool, everything goes back to normal. But no, nothing, and I say nothing goes back to normal for them, because when you do a cancel, the reputation of that said YouTuber like Logan Paul, James Charles, and all the others is ruined. And honestly, it's a pretty big deal if you ask me, because sorry, I got myself informed on some things, and it hit me hard. Damn, this is this is really a strong argument to talk about. And honestly, I have a metaphor that I want to do, but I don't think that in this biome I'll be able to. So, if I manage to do it, it'll be good. Otherwise, I'll just say it out loud. Because things like these, if it's not spoken, if you don't talk about it, it will stay the same. And my goal here is to reach as many people as many people as I can, to make them understand what happens. So, since there is no sand, because we are not in a beach biome or close to it, I'll say, have you ever seen buildings in Minecraft made out of glass? They look pretty stable, strong. It's like it can't be destroyed. But no, one good hit and it's all broken. Let's just say you build your house out of glass for some reason. Why? Because you like glass, and so you wanna do it out of glass. And then what happens? You get out because you finished, and then it's night time. You forgot to put some torches around the house, and a creeper comes up to you slowly. You don't hear him. You're still looking at your building made out of glass, and then boom, it explodes. Now, what do you think happens when a creeper explodes in your house? Of course, everything blows up, it gets destroyed. But if you do it out of wood or a stronger material, it won't be that much of a destruction. If you made it out of glass, oh, trust me, it's a different deal. It's another deal. Because it's fragile. In truth, it may seem good, a stable house, pretty good as a structure, resistant, and all the other things. But as I said, you take a good punch and it destroys, and that is the reputation of the said YouTuber, big or small, that got cancelled. That's what happens. Okay, yeah, this is not very much useful. There we go. There. And I'm talking about this because I'm scared. Because since I'm also a content creator, even though I'm small, it may happen to me. It can happen to anyone. One clip, one screenshot, one phrase said wrong, a tweet taken out of time, and all can go from up there to down here. It can go downhill in a minute. It's just because, as I said, unlike Minecraft, the internet is not as low. Now, I don't think that cancel culture is just one person doing a bad thing. I think it's a system. A system that rewards speed over accuracy. If you react fast, you get likes. If you react slow and you wait, you get ignored completely. So waiting feels risky. And that's actually dangerous. And you wanna know why? Because if it's easy, really easy to join in at any time, and of course there is always a moment when the internet decides. There is no court, no investigation, not a judgment over different proofs like this here or that one over there. It's instant. It's just a feeling. And once the feeling is in, it's hard to reverse. Man, if it's hard to reverse. getting back to Logan Paul, James Charles, and PewDiePie, they all got cancelled for different reasons, different situations, same reactions. Have you ever thought about that? There is always a different situation. Logan Paul did this thing that I don't know. I just know that he got cancelled. As I said, I did not inform myself too much. I should have, but I think I should have said something about cancel culture because it's a pretty serious matter. And since it happened in the past, it can happen now. Also nowadays. So, Logan Paul, James Earl, PewDiePie, they all had different reasons to get cancelled. But different situation, but same reaction. And you know what happened for all of them? What happened is mass judgment first and context later. If ever context get exposed. No, I'm saying exposed because it's probably the best thing that I can say to talk about this. No, the thing is that most cancels do not end with justice. They don't. They just don't. They end with boredom. The internet moves on. But you know what happens to that person? That person will it be Logan Paul, Jacksepticeye, if ever he got cancelled, I don't know, even Markiplier, or Dream. They, even if they are big YouTubers, and you may think, oh, you're not gonna get affected from this, you're wrong. You are sadly wrong. Because that person is still stuck in that moment where they got cancelled, thinking, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? Why am I getting cancelled? What is the reason behind all of this? Their name is still linked to that. Their comments will never forget. And honestly, I don't want to be in a world like this. No man, it's too much. Because nobody waits anymore. And I don't want to be in a world where nobody waits. It's too much. Man. This... Now, what I wanted to talk about is the aftermath. I said earlier, but I did not talk about it because I was getting myself in another discussion. No, the aftermath is what people actually do not talk about. Not everyone. I'm not saying that everyone deserves forgiveness. Not everyone deserves forgiveness, but everyone deserves accuracy. And accuracy takes time. The time almost never comes. And I say almost because sometimes, even if a really small percentage of all the times, it came. The time for accuracy came, strangely enough. But for most of them, nah, it did not. The internet just moved on. And that's pretty... I'm gonna count it as a warning. Because this world really is not that good with people with content creators. Now, I'm gonna build it really small because I don't have done much. So let's start. Now, as I said before, this is just one part. I just say, this is your house. Pretty cool, right? It isn't complete yet, but it's stable. It looks strong. But look at this. Look at this. Whether it be a creeper or another mob, and even the ground, the base, the roots of that creator, just like that. This is what happens. This is the reputation of the YouTuber. Boom, a cancel, boom, like this. It's all over. And actually, the thing that we don't watch, but that we should, is rebuilding, reconstructing, taking time. And most people don't, because it's annoying, it's boring, it doesn't trend, it doesn't attract views. So people are not interested by it. But even I just rebuild a little part of it, because it does take time, a lot of time, to really rebuild, reconstruct his reputation. What do you see here? Grass, dirt. Scars are still visible. And that means that, yeah, the internet may have forgotten about this for a while. The YouTuber doesn't. The content creator doesn't. It remains a scar in his reputation. Maybe because it could come up some other time. And really, this completely changes how he acts, how he makes videos, what he says, even how he acts. As I said before, maybe first he was chaotic, he was a comic, maybe he made a joke out of nowhere that people didn't like, and then serious, calm, and he completely changed. He didn't wait. It didn't wait. No, sorry for a bit. Thank you. So as I said before, rebuilding is actually the part that matters, but it doesn't trend. It's boring. It's quiet. But it's honestly the part that we should watch the most, because that's the really important part. So maybe the internet doesn't need to be quieter. You just need to slow down.